Yo! That's what I mean. It's so well illustrated. Dajobe. Hi guys, I'm Ailincia. You can call me Ari. We are watching the last and final episode of Vinland Saga Season 2. And that's all there is for now. And I think I want to speak a little bit about the show and my thoughts around it and just like talk a little bit about it. So if you don't want to hear me yap about it, that's totally fine. Just probably skip to the reaction. But for those of you who care and actually like want to hear my opinions on it, what I've thought throughout the whole show, and what I'm thinking now, obviously I haven't seen the last episode, so there's still probably things to talk about when I'm done with this episode. I did see that this episode is called Home, and that makes me quite happy. Like, Vinland Saga was a show I started and I felt more closely related to it than any other anime, which is weird, I know, because it's a really brutal show. But I am from Norway, and Vikings has always been something we have spoken about. It's like the traditions of Norwegian, Danish people. We've heard a lot about these cities that they're speaking about in the show. All of the names are literally also Norwegian names. Torfinn, Torkjell, Einar, Leif. Like, I know people with all those names almost. And when I watch anime, I feel like often I struggle to remember names because I'm not used to all these names. Like, these are not names I run by daily, right? Because in Norway, we don't have Japanese names, or maybe even in Attack on Titan German names, or, you know? And that's great. Like, I love learning all the new names. Sometimes it's a lot because I don't remember everything, and I apologize. Like, I don't have the best memory when it comes to names, but I do remember faces, so I feel like it kind of works fine. But with this show, I remembered every name because it was just like, this is my city, this is my place, this is my culture. And obviously we don't behave like the Vikings we do right now. We don't walk around and take villages and do all those horrible things, thank God. But it's so fun and exciting to see something that hits that close to home. And not only does it hit close to home, but it's also really well executed. I feel Vinland Saga really stands out because season 1 and 2 are so different from each other in a good way. Like, season 1, I have a lot of friends that have watched season 1 and was like, oh my god, season 1 was amazing, so much blood, so much gore, that was sick, did you see that thing? And then we have people watching season 2, they're like, what the hell happened in season 2? Like, I don't understand, why is it so slow? But I think it's perfect because it's so realistic. That's bound to happen. If you're gonna see all the cool shit and the fighting and the gore and the brutality of things, there's also the aftermath of it and the trauma you're left in retrospect dealing with stuff. And we were thrown into Torfinn's life very, very early on, and he was just a kid. His father got murdered in front of him, and then he wants to take revenge, but he's just a child. He cannot do that. He doesn't know how to fight. And he sees his father saying things like, I want peace, I run away from war, I kind of want a safe environment, and doesn't understand because for him and all he's heard is sagas and telltales and stories about the Vikings, how to become a soldier, a warrior, the great, going to Valhalla, being the best warrior there is. But there's so much more to it, and we see that with the development of Torfinn throughout the series. He's literally a teenager fighting, murdering people, hundreds, maybe thousands of people, which is illustrated very, very good in season 2. We don't really think about all of the people he's killing. We don't have any personal relationship to them. We don't care about them because we only care about Torfinn, and everything we're thinking is, oh, but Torfinn went through trauma. Doesn't justify it, no. He is pushed through and used like a killer machine, like a slave, and suddenly it's over. The one dream he had, and the reason why he was doing all of these awful things, was to take revenge. But then he grows fond of Askeladd, right? And if you think in the beginning, I hated Askeladd. But then some part of me is kind of liking him, which is weird. I get it, because he's an awful character. He's mean, he's evil, he killed his father. He's a cunning master, or teacher, or senpai, or tutor. But he also is fond of Torfinn, and He treats him brutally, let's face it, but there's some kind of weird tough love connection that is made throughout the show that you're not going to be able to explain to anyone unless they watch the show. And I didn't think I was going to like him at all, but then when he died, I was crying my eyes out. Same with Björn. It was such a sad, heartfelt moment, and the reality of these soldiers going through so much brutality and then to be hit by it is the reality of stuff. And then we're faced with this amazing wannabe future king of Denmark, Knut, and he's going to be the peacekeeper, right? And that's what we think. And we look at Thorfinn being so brutal, murderer, aggressive, Knut being so chill, calm, have this feminine energy, and with that I mean that he wants peace. He cares. He's not like me man, me slaughter. But then somewhere along the way, a couple of years pass, Thorfinn is a slave, is very lucky to be placed on a good farm by Ketil, but still, we see him undergoing all of those traumas and the pain and the horror he's dealing with. And now we finally get to know Thorfinn. Up until this point, all we knew is his father was killed, he probably is sad, and he can fight. We didn't know about his feelings for his mother, his sister, his friends. We didn't know anything. And then season 2 really opens up for that. And it's done such in a nice way. And it might feel slow, yes, compared to season 1. I agree that season 1 is more like, oh my god, action, things are happening, I don't want to stop watching. But if you actually take some time and think about season 2, it is such an important thing. And I think people that don't really like season 2 don't maybe fully understand it, or they're not fully ever experienced any trauma where they have to deal with the consequences of it. I've gone through my fair shares of lives, and I've done things have happened to me. I have to deal with anxiety, stress, trauma from childhood, things that have happened to me that are bad, and no one talks about that. Like, mental issues and mental problems are not something that are just spoken about easily to everyone, and this show does a really good job with that. It slowly makes you understand how he feels without just rushing it to you, and it does that by illustrations, by nightmares, and then Einar comes along, also been through trauma, but is a totally different person compared to Thorfinn. Doesn't understand the brutality he's been through, but is not judging. He is there for him, and they open up to each other, and they finally, from being demotivated from life to not wanting to live, to suddenly starting to admire life and finding it beautiful, to the point that he is wanting to be a farmer. He wants to work at the farm and see the beauty of it, and it's like, I created this, I did this. And I think it's not just a symbolism of like, oh, I'm a farmer and I can grow shit. It's more of a symbolism like, I was able to make something good, I was able to give life to something, because his whole life he's been taking life. And that's what a farmer is, right? And it's illustrated in such a nice way. The music is one of the best soundtracks I have ever stumbled upon. It's so fitting, it's so sad. The voice acting is amazing, and the character change and development from Thorfinn to being the aggressor to now becoming the peacemaker, to Knut becoming the aggressor after being the peacemaker, and now towards the end turning around again, like a full-on circle, is just quite beautiful to see. And there's much more I could speak about the show. I feel like I could probably speak for half an hour because I have a lot of opinions about this show. But it makes you feel discomfort. It makes you feel, if you actually sit down and pay attention to everything they're showing, you want to sit down, you want to watch, you feel uncomfortable, you hear the sounds, you hear the trauma, you see the shadows, you see the anger, you see the regret, you see all of these things, and you just feel uncomfortable. And that is what it is, dealing with trauma, dealing with past experiences that are giving you a bad feeling about the guilt eating you from inside. But then it also shows you that there's hope. It shows you that, yes, you have made mistakes, and some of them are maybe not really forgivable, but there are chances to improve. There are moments where you can become a better person. And it takes a lot of work. Thorfinn is just like, oh, it's easy to be a better person, I'm going to be a better person. He is taking hits on hits and hits. And that's how much he wants it. He's risking his life for everything, and the most important, for himself. swears an oath to himself, and now is back on his way, tracking his way back, or whatever it's called, to home, to Vinland. So yeah, if you heard me speak about Vinland Saga, maybe you agree with a lot of things and maybe you don't, and that's okay. Maybe you have thought of things that I haven't mentioned. I do think I've thought about much more than I'm talking about right now. I just don't want to make the intro literally half an hour long. But I do feel like it genuinely deserves a little bit praise because it is such an underestimated show. And in the beginning, season 1, I get it is good, but season 2 is what made me fall in love with the show and reflect back on things. And they do it really well. So thank you, Vinland Saga. And with that being said, let's us watch the last and final episode, which saddens me a lot because it's really good. But yeah, and I hope you guys are doing good. And if you watched all my Vinland Saga reactions, thank you. I really appreciate it. If you commented, thank you for the support. And if you're all only watching this, that's okay too. Thanks for being here. And if you listen to all of that, thank you again. So without further ado, let's jump into the last and final episode of Vinland Saga. And I want to watch the intro because it's the last episode. I'm not missing out. The song is so fitting. Oh my god, goosebumps. I teared up. Oh my god. I didn't think I was gonna, but like, the song is so fitting when you've seen it all. Fuck. I'm gonna cry so much this episode. I hate finishing shows.
騎士に勝るとはこのことだな。険しい土地だ。アイスランド。低いな。太陽。なるほど。畑のない国か。昼がこう短くちゃ作物は育たないな。
条件のいい場所では夏場に麦作をする者もおるが、まあ島民の腹を満たすには程遠い。島民みんなで牧畜をするには地と牧草地が足りんのだ。
That makes sense.
だから集中して漁をする人々もいるのさ。オルフィンの村もそういう村だ。
6つかそこらで家出して。
6 years old.
それから10。
オルフィン、エイナル、村が見えたぞ。
う
わ
わ、なんか急に怖くなってきた。
観念せえ、この宝刀息子め。ようやく里帰りだ。
そっか。
よーし、いいぞ。
ああ、
よし。
Imagine being back. Opa. So peaceful, so
ドルフィ
quiet.
ン、村のみんなが待っとるぞ。
誰？全然知らん。
ユルバに弟なんていたか？
じゃあ俺の名前を言ってみな。
え？
ここに住んでたならわかるはずだ。間違えた。怪しいぞこいつ。フンジバルか。
いや、だから仕方ないじゃんか。年月経ってるし。おっちゃん。
ユルバならあっちでノルウェー商人とやり合ってたぜ。
Norwegian.
言ったよな、ベルゲ。
That
この
again.
村でアコギな真似すんじゃねえって。
すまねえ、ユルバ。もう二度とやらねえ。
あ？なんだって？聞こえねえぞ。
おいユルバ
She's gonna lose it when she sees him.
やっと連れ帰ったぞ。トルフィンだ。
トルフィン。トルフィン。
姉上。
Why is she not reacting?
姉上。
なんてやつは知らん。
You're joking.
いやほらユルバ、お前の弟のトルフィンだ。
弟？弟はチビの頃に死んだよ。
それが生きてたんだよ。前にヨークで会った話はしただろう。
母上と私を元気づけるための作り話でしょ。ありがとう、レイフさん。
いやそうじゃなくてだな。
それよりも。
え？
おいこらチビこら、レイフさんたぶらかしてどう？
No, she doesn't believe him.
自分が自分だと証明するのって意外と難しいもんだよ。
Well, she's aggressive. I do not
家に
recognize
帰
your brother.
ろうトルフィン。エルガに会えば分かってもらえるさ。
仕方ないよな。俺だって姉上や母上の顔を忘れかけてた。忘れられて当然だ。
I would never forget my child. Are you joking? There's not a chance she forgot you.
十何年さまよって生きて親の顔を拝めるんだ。幸運に拝まなきゃバチ当たるぜ。俺はガキの頃に親と生き別れて今どこにいるかもわからねえ。なんなら俺が代わりに親孝行してきてやろうか。
いや、すまん、ギョロ。ありがとう。
I'm surprised he hasn't, like, didn't Ylva tell their mom?
ばあちゃん、トロフィンって誰？
They never even spoke about?
トルフィン。
おふろ何をてめえこれ以上ややこしくすんな。
だよいいじゃん。
いや違うんだエルガ、こっちが。
トルフィン。
母上。
こんなに大きくなってそっくり。やっぱり親子なのね。
今ねすみませんでした。
Life.
母さん、ドルフィンが帰ってきたって。
父ちゃん、おかえり。おか
Did he marry Ylva maybe? I think he did.
ドルフィン、すまなかった。俺たちのせいでドールズさんを。あれ、俺がバカだったんだ。
さてと。
あら、どこ行くの？エイナルさん。
ああ、今夜はこれでおいとまします。レイフさんたちが5時の家に泊まってるんで、俺もそっちに。
ここに泊まればいいじゃない。トルフィンの兄弟なら。あなたは私の息子よ。ここはあなたの家。遠慮はいらないわ。
Cute.
さっきの
家 家にまで上がり込みやがって。相続すぎかこの野郎。そういうのは金持ち相手にやりやがれ。本物よ。本当にトルフィンが帰ってきたのよ。本物？嘘だ。レイフさんの作り
To be
話。
fair, Life used to lie a lot.
本物のトルフィン？
ただいま姉上。
Just ask him about some childhood memories, surely.
姉上。
今までどこをつけ歩いてたんじゃこの野郎。
おい、大丈夫かトルフィン。
大丈夫だ。いなる。
Did you freaking kill him?
一発かよ。
母ちゃん強いな。母ちゃんすげえ。
I
やっぱり
mean,
母ちゃん最強だ。
no, you can train them. Maybe you wouldn't do that.
その夜、トルフィンはこれまでの16年間に経験したことを
Everything.
家族に語って聞かせた。トールズの死からケティルの農場を断つまでの経験、淡々と要所のみをかいつまんで話したが、その憎悪と闘争、絶望と後悔、
That's what I mean. It's so well illustrated.
悲しみと再生の歴史、聞く者を絶句させた。
俺が殺してしまった人たち。絶望の中で死んでいった奴隷たち。こんな温かい家庭があったのかもしれない。行かなきゃならない。平和の国を築くためにフィンランドへ。
おやりなさい。母上。この世界から逃げ出したいと思っている人は大勢います。私とトールズも戦士の国ヨムスボルグから逃れ、この島へ来ました。人々が戦争や奴隷制から逃れ、どこまでも逃げて水平線の彼方まで逃げ切ったその先で、あなたは平和の国を作って待ち、その人々を迎えるのです。
ありがとう母上。
にしてもフィンランドに国を作るか。
大規模な事業になりますね。
船も買い足さにはならんぞ。そもそも資金だ。それだけの大金、そう簡単には。
Knut should have taken the money.
わしの助けがなければな。
I'm so emotional about this, man.
まだ船を降りない気か。
さすがレイフさん。
何、やりようはいくらでもあるさ。
あんま無理しないでくださいよ、親父。
まったく本当についてっちゃうとはね。
姉上、ごめん。父上は本当にすごい人だった。強くて優しくて、俺なんかには見えない。ずっと先を見ていた。
変わり者だったからね。
Wow, the northern lights are so beautiful.
誰の墓なんだ。
昔父上が守ろうとした人だ。奴隷だったんだ。主の元から逃げてきて、主と交渉して羊8頭と交
Then
換
he
したらしい。
died.
羊8頭と。お前のお人よしは親父譲りだな。寒い。夜はまた一段と寒さが答えるな。先戻ってるぜ、トルフィン。
ねえ、ここからも逃げたい人はどこに行くの？
もう分かってるんだろ。
No. This is when they fled. Okay. Yo. That was it. Well, what can I say, guys? We're done with Vinland Saga. The ending was very beautiful. I was a bit like, why is his sister reacting the way she does? But then I didn't forget that life used to lie a lot in the beginning with all his stories he would tell to children about all the things he's gone through and stuff, so it makes sense. But damn, she's aggressive. Really aggressive. But I guess that's what happens when you lose both your father and your brother in a young age. Then you kind of have to step up as the man. So I kind of get her. A little bit extreme. Yes. We did get the happy ending I was hoping for. It made me tear up and emotional because I just know it's towards the ending, the music is peak. And it was very emotional seeing Thorfinn meet his mother towards the very end there. And she recognized him straight away, and he opened up about his story and told him everything, and then told him about his plans and even got support for it. So there is a potential season 3, eh? You got to see Vinland, no? It's called Vinland Saga for a reason. We haven't even seen Vinland, so season 3, you better be around the corner soon. So yeah, I do want to say thank you again for watching with me. If you watched all of the episodes, some of the episodes, only this one, and that's okay. I appreciate it nevertheless. I hope you guys had as much fun and sadness as I did when we watched it. And thanks again for recommending this to me. I'm gonna miss it. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing good. We shall see each other soon with another reaction. Until next time, guys. I squish you.